My name is Brother Joseph Murphy. I am a Roman Catholic monk in the Benedictine tradition, and I believe that God is calling me to establish a contemplative or primitive observance Benedictine community of monks in or around the San Francisco Bay Area. Not at the moment. I hope people will subscribe to my Monastic Musings channel and learn about me and my mission in future videos. I do have a website, which I hope is linked below, Our Lady of Refuge Monastery.org. The website explains my mission, and there is also a link to my bio on the home page. Partly that, but I also want to connect with many other people who share a love for Christ and His Church and who find a spiritual connection within the monastic tradition and spirituality. I want to reach out most of all to young adults who might be puzzled or confused by popular concepts and trends in today's church life that I believe are distracting us from living the golden rule, the twofold commandment from the gospel: love God with our whole heart, our whole soul, and our whole mind, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. What I intend to offer in my weekly monastic musings can be summarized by these three words: clarity, encouragement, and focus. Since the 1980s, a sometimes vicious hyper-orthodoxy, as I prefer to name it, has been developing among Catholic believers. It has been quite visible in the United States, and in the present day, this attitude has boiled over onto blogs, vlogs, and social media. What I see developing is a kind of schism, not an institutional schism dividing us into separate churches or entities, but an internal social schism as a result of those Catholics who are adhering to this hyper-orthodoxy and promoting it with some vehemence. Some have gone so far as to publicly disparage our Holy Father, Pope Francis, by insinuating or even blatantly calling him a heretic. This is very disturbing. These developments have confused a number of devout Catholics, and many young men and women are following in this line of thinking. These voices blur the essence of the gospel, misrepresent the church, and sow seeds of division. The conversations tempt all of us to forget what it truly means to be a Catholic Christian. So in an effort to bring some clarity into the conversation, I will present in my very next vlog a review of some basic ecclesiology in order to explain how church authority came into being and how it works. Jesus invites us to pick up our cross and follow Him. The contradiction of the cross is seen in everything around us. Young people often look to older people for this encouragement to pick up the cross and make the first steps. In the early days of monasticism, older hermits became mentors to neophytes in the spiritual life. I just turned 63 a few weeks ago. Society views these later years of a person's life in terms of retirement, a time to be set aside on the shelf, to be removed and forgotten from real life. For monastics, these are the years that a monk or nun comes into his or her own. Not every monk can be an abbot, but every monk should become an Abba, or spiritual father, and mentor younger people seeking God. I look forward to providing this encouragement to those who watch my vlogs. Encouragement comes from continually bringing essentials into focus. Taking up the cross at Christ's invitation is the first step and just the beginning of a journey to a destination. In order to stay on the path toward this destination, we must keep our eyes focused on Christ, Christ who became obedient unto death. arguing over doctrinal details or which way the priest ought to face at Mass, or if one should receive communion in the hand or on the tongue, or standing or kneeling, can distract us from the non-negotiable doctrine that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Adherence to Christ is the essence, the beginning, and the end of the spiritual life. Yes, I have a lot to talk about in the many months ahead, so I hope many viewers will tune in regularly as I address these topics and many more in greater detail. I hope viewers will subscribe to my channel and visit my website. I must add that I have also opened a Patreon account in case anyone would like to provide financial support to my mission. Well, thank you.